Welcome back to more of The Sims 4. And yeah, this is episode 32, and we are kicking off things here with our dear Alfonso sheets. He's just kind of taken a minute, and a few people, it's like quite early in the morning, a few people have gone to work already. And yeah, he's just kind of, he's committed to himself, he went outside in the snow, just to like look at his house, stuff like that. And there's even like a stray cat over here, which I noticed as I was like booting this up, which is kind of crazy because that's kind of how Alfonso's journey started, if you remember. When he first moved into his last house that he was in, you know, he found a stray cat in Mayor Whiskers, adopted him straight away, and instantly formed a family when he came down to Earth for his mission. And yeah, it kind of led him to have this whole family. You know, he met Jay, got married. He had, well, Jay got abducted by aliens and impregnated, and therefore he took on Willow and Leo as his kids. And now he's a granddad to old, far from old, very, very young Daniel over here, who's learning to talk, learning to use a potty, stuff like that. And yeah, he's kind of formed a really good life for himself. So he just took a minute outside to kind of reflect on all his life, looking proudly at the house he kind of acquired over time. And I think he's kind of realising now, he did a really good job. I think he is kind of feeling his body like slowing down a bit. He's kind of a bit tired and stuff like that. So he just needs to take him outside, and now he's just enjoying himself in the company of his husband, his daughter and his grandson, just having a bit of a dance, which is very, very wholesome. And yeah, that's kind of how things have been going for him. It's a really reflective time, I think, for him, and he's just very, very happy with how things have turned out and satisfied that he fulfilled his mission when he was sent down to Earth. And yeah, there have been a few heartbreaks along the way, a few kind of bad days and rough weeks, but he made some really good friends in like Don and Supriya and Jay at first, and then obviously that turned into romance, and now he has his whole family. And I just think, you know, we've seen him get old and go through a lot of struggles. No, Alfonso, you're not going to see you working out. And yeah, just learn to be a bit more human, because I think that's kind of what he wanted to achieve. And we definitely saw him do that. I think we definitely saw him kind of learn a lot about life on Earth and embrace that humanity he wanted to find, and he got a family from it, and I think he's had a really long, healthy and happy life, which is very, very nice indeed. And he knows that his family are going to do well. I think he knows his time's running out. I think he knows he doesn't have long left, but he also knows, you know, we just saw some royalties come in then. I think he knows everyone he cares about, everyone he loves is going to be okay. You know, they're making their own money, they've got their own lives. Leo's doing really well with his girlfriend Charlotte. Willow's obviously married with a kid on the way, and they're going to get their own house eventually. I think he knows Jay isn't quite as tired and as slow as he is, so he's pretty sure he's going to be leaving Jay behind, but probably not for long, and he's happy to kind of wait once he goes. I think he knows Jay will have a huge family around him to still support him and everything. Which is very, very nice. So I think he's kind of made peace with the fact that his time's coming to an end on Earth, but he made a home there, and he kind of set out what he wanted to do. And I've had a jolly good time with him ever since we started the series last August. And yeah, I'm just really, really happy with how his life's gone, and I think he achieved so much, considering he's an alien. You know, remember how he used to dress in those early episodes, and kind of got his own taste and style and his own life, and I really, really love that. And yeah, he's built this really nice household and home for himself. So I don't think you've done too bad, Alfonso. So I like that he kind of took that time to reflect on his life so far, as it kind of reaches near the end. And yeah, these two have been through a lot together, and since he is feeling very nostalgic, we are going to let Alfonso and Jay Alfonso, as we know them and love them, we're going to let them have a bit of fun. They're going to go and woohoo, because who knows if this is going to be like one of the last times they're going to get the chance, you know. So yeah, they've been through a lot together, these two. Started off just as roommates, and it became so much more than that, and I really like their relationship and how things have gone with them. Yeah, they've been together for a very long time now, and still very much in love, which is very wholesome. And yeah, they spend this kind of family here, and see Leo and Rocco still at work. So he has this whole extended family, and he found the love. He's done really well. I'm very happy with how Alfonso's story's gone. I'm very proud. it's been a fantastic kind of 8-month journey with him since we started the series, and yeah, they're celebrating his love with Jay. There we go. Now he's come over to talk to Willow. He's just kind of saying, I just wanted to say how proud I am of you and how far you've come and settled down, having a kid and everything. I'm just really proud of everything you've achieved, and I'm really, really lucky that I met Jay, and that through Jay I ended up having you and your brother. And you've done me very, very proud. I'm really proud of how far you've come and everything you've achieved, and I can't wait to see what you may do next, even if I'm not here to see it in person. And he's also talking to Daniel, of course, his little grandson here. And nice they get to spend a bit of time together, and he's got to be a granddad and got to see Daniel grow up, which was very, very nice. And, he just enjoys spending a bit of time with him. They've had a bit of a laugh together. He's helped kind of, give him baths and teach him to talk and stuff like that. So he was just kind of making sure he could have, another cuddle with his grandson. And of course he's going to be sad that he's not going to get to see him really grow up and live the rest of his life in person. But he knows that Daniel's going to do some really, really great things and make him proud one day. He's also spending a time with dear old Bentley. Look at him. Oh, so adorable. So they've been together for a while now as well, obviously. And Jay's just come to ruin my shot, thanks Jay. He's just spending a bit of time with him and giving him some pets and some treats. And look at the way Bentley was looking at him. Kind of rescued him when he was a kitten, he adopted him, gave him a home as well. The way he found a home on Earth, he wanted to provide that to Bentley, and he did with Mayor Whiskers before him as well. So they're spending a bit of time together as well. You can see just in Bentley's eyes there, oh look at that. You can just see how close those two are, and just a shining example of what an amazing job Alfonso has done in terms of forming his relationships on Earth. And one of the most significant relationships he formed, of course, was with his husband Jay. Their love has endured for so long. Also wholesome scenes over here as those two are talking and reminiscing. Just Willow playing with her son there, that's so wholesome. And yeah, he's also been kind of gazing at these pictures. There's the kids when they were a bit younger. I think that's when they were teens. He's also been looking at this one, which was, I think that was the day Willow and Rocco actually got together and made it official. So they took a picture of themselves there. And then he's also been looking at, obviously, the picture of him and Jay on their wedding day, and the picture of him and Supriya, who's obviously no longer with him, and Don passed away even before her. So, his best friends kind of passed a long time ago, because they did extend their lives thanks to a little thing on Swindon they took. But yeah, he has been looking around at all these kind of precious, precious memories. Willow took a picture with both her dads before, and that's got the same, another photo of Rocco there. Also one of them on their wedding day, so he was kind of reflecting on that wedding day and how happy he was to be there and get to see his children get married. How happy he was to be there to see this as well. Take those pictures. Leo took pictures with his dads too, and he was there to see his son graduate, and he's so proud of both his children. And it was just a nice moment of reflection for him. I think he definitely has this gut feeling, I think, that he doesn't have long left, so he wanted to make sure everyone knew how much he loved them and how proud he was of them. Jay, buddy, we get it. You like exercise, but you're going to kill yourself. Whoa! Rocco's been promoted to legal secretary. He'll now make an additional 4 simones per hour for a grand total of 22 simones per hour. That's not a lot. We need to get you promoted, mate, and even further. 200 simones bonus. He can chat about scandalous lawsuits. But well done, Rocco. You got a promotion. That's amazing. Whitney wasn't a fan of that because she died. But yeah. Oh wow, you're utterly exhausted. Oh dear. Well, we need to get a coffee in you, buddy. Jay's sick again by the looks of it. He's got stripes all over him. So let's order some medicine for you. That's not ideal. Oh, Leo's home from work. He brought home 1,008 simoleons. Damn, he is killing the game. Yes, let's get some medicine for Jay. I think he was sick in the last episode as well. Maybe it's just because it's winter and he's old. I don't know if that's a thing in The Sims, if the elderly just get sick a bit more often. But yeah, take that medicine. Oh, Charlotte wants to come over, so you can do that as soon as he gets home. Clearly she's very keen to see her boyfriend, which is very sweet. Now Alfonso's just kind of talking to Rocco. He kind of just pulled him aside and said, listen, congratulations on your promotion. It's nice to know that you're doing really well and you've been a really great husband and father. to my grandchild and husband to my daughter. I'm really glad she kind of met you and that things worked out. And it's nice to know that Willow's going to be kind of safe with you and you two are going to continue to do amazing things together. More kids one day? Who knows? But just kind of letting him know that he's really proud to have him as a son-in-law. And he's glad they've kind of gotten to spend a lot of time together and grow close in all the time since he moved in and everything, which is very, very sweet. And next, everyone's kind of crowded on them, but he's just hugging Leo, saying again, I'm really proud of everything you've achieved, going to uni, getting a fantastic grade, getting an amazing job, earning loads of money. And obviously Charlotte, he's talking to her as well, saying, you seem like a really nice girl, and I think you're really good for Leo, Leo's really good for you. So Priya's kind of texting him from beyond the grave. I think that's kind of a sign. Someone from beyond the grave's kind of calling to Alfonso. I think Supriya's kind of excited to see her friend again. And yeah, Leo's just kind of being quite flattered by Alfonso, and he's just saying, you know, I'm really proud that I have you as a son, and you've done amazing things, you're going to continue to do amazing things. Hopefully one day you're going to marry that girl and maybe settle down. But again, just letting him know how proud he is of his child. And I think Leo's very pleased to hear that, because, you know, when he went to uni, and he's a very paranoid citizen, as you know, when he went to uni, he's very scared that he's going to drift apart from his family, but, you know, it kind of brought them closer, and they found a lot of respect for him. And there he is with both his kids, just looking at them with so much pride, you know, considering those tiny little alien babies that he first met, and he's raised them into some incredible adults who've gone on to start families of their own and have significant relationships of their own. He's very, very proud of them and very pleased. Meanwhile, Jay has done some working out and he's dangerously tired. Sir, you're going to sit there and do nothing else, okay? Nothing else. Sir. Well, it is actually getting very, very late, I just realised, so we need to put Daniel to bed. A few other people will go to bed. I think Leo might stay up with Charlotte for a bit, play video games. But everyone else, I think, is going to head to bed now. Those two are flirting. When don't they? I think they're going to go to bed too. Charlotte, I don't know if she's gone home. She might have gone home. Oh no, she's gone upstairs. She's just come back downstairs. I think she needed the toilet. So maybe Leo and Charlotte are going to stay up for a bit longer. We'll see what happens to those two. But let's send these two to bed for sure. Okay, Charlotte is heading off. So let's say Leo, you get to bed as well, as it is nearly midnight. So go to sleep, please. Thank you. And oh, you two have merged into one. Oh, there we go. As soon as everyone went to sleep, Alfonso Sheets has lived a long life, but his time has finally come. He's dying of old age. The game said he had another 4 days. Oh, guys, it's happened. There's Alfonso. He literally waited for everyone to go to sleep and then passed away. Oh my god. Oh, guys. Rocco woke up. I think Rocco heard what's happening. Oh, Leo did as well. Willow and Jay still asleep. Oh god. Oh no. Oh god, this is really sad. Oh, and that's the trees. Oh god, he's passed away. I think... I'm sorry, Jay, I think you need to get up and see this. I think you'd want to be there. So would you, Willow. Oh my god, he literally waited for everyone to go to bed. Everyone's still asleep. I mean, Daniel's still asleep downstairs. And he's glowing blue because he's so sad from witnessing death of a loved one. Oh, and there's the Grim Reaper. Oh my god, this is really sad. We've lost Alfonso, got our first like major death of a main character. Look at him. Very peaceful. He lied down, he like waved goodbye. He was ready. All those I'm so glad he does his interactions today. Turns out to be the last day. I just did it early in the episode to make sure I had it done. Like saying goodbye to everyone. But I thought he had another like 3 or 4 days. That's what the MC command center said. Oh my god, guys, that's it for Alfonso. Oh, Bentley's come up as well. Oh, look how slow he is and everything. Oh man. He lived a really good life. It was a very peaceful end for him. He literally waited for everyone to go to sleep and then that was it. Oh, but look, as sad as it is, oh, Bentley's fallen asleep next to him. I think he might be, if he thinks Alfonso's just sleeping, he's like, oh, I'll play along, I'll sleep with you down here, Dad. Oh, but if this isn't a sign of how loved Alfonso was and what an amazing job he did with his family, I don't know what is. But guys, that's it for Alfonso. I thought this wouldn't happen this early in my recording. I thought this was going to be near the end of the episode, but oh man, just before the twins' birthday, just before Winterfest. Oh, look at Jay. I'm sorry, guys. This is really sad. But Grim Reaper's just chilling in the background. I think it might be a bit too crowded for him to come in and reap Alfonso. No, Bentley. Bentley's walked up to him, look. Oh. He's come to join him like, oh god, what's wrong? Well, guys, that is it for Alfonso Sheets. What an amazing journey he's been on, an amazing life he's led. And yeah, we need to just see this sadness that, you know, it's a way of showing how loved he was. This is really sad. Like, obviously I've played lots of The Sims, and I've had Sims die before, but I've never like done a proper Let's Play and had like proper characters and storylines like this. So this is actually really sad. I can't believe that's it for Alfonso. I'm really glad we did that as his last day. He just knew. Cypria called him. Cypria called him back, I think. She's like, Alfonso, you've had your time now. Let's, you know, come and see me again. Oh, that's so, so sad. There is like a funeral mod in the game. You can like hold a funeral. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. Let me know what you guys think if I want to try it out. But I just think this is a bit too sad as it is. I don't know if I want to extend that any further. Oh, and now even Bentley's meowing to mourn him. Everyone's just crying. Grim Reaper's just chilling. I don't know why you haven't come in yet, but oh man, this is so, so sad. An amazing journey for a character we created 32 episodes ago, back in August last year. Just by answering some questions, he ended up being an alien, and that iconic moustache and the big top hat formal thing he wore. And yeah, I'm afraid that is it for Alfonso. And everyone's been crying for hours and hours and hours. I think he literally like died around midnight, like the stroke of midnight, and then that was it. He waited for everyone to go to sleep, so he wanted them not to feel pain. You know, he didn't want them to actually witness the moment it happened. But it doesn't mean there's not going to be any pain caused. I am very glad that Daniel sleeps downstairs now, otherwise he would have seen all of this. And he's just sleeping away. He doesn't know his granddad's gone. Oh, that's so sad. They can tell him on their own terms in the morning, though. Yeah, how about you guys? I know this is so, so sad, but I think you guys all need to just step away for a minute. I think they've all kind of cried it all out and said their goodbyes. I think they've got over the immediate shock of it. I think deep down they all knew this was coming, but we just need to move them out so that the Grim Reaper can come in and reap him, I think. But God, that's just so, so sad. I think Rocco's kind of looking through his spell book thinking, sure, there's a spell I can use to kind of bring him back or something, but you know, he's just not that experienced yet. I think there was a spell that can like bring back the dead, but he hasn't quite got that experience yet. So that is it for Alfonso. That is the end of his story. But he did have a fantastic kind of life. He did what he set out to do, and yeah, he's with Cypria and Don and Mayor Whiskers again. Oh, Jay's gone to cry it out. Oh no. What about the rest of you guys? Warming themselves up. Oh, Leo's going to give himself a pep talk in the mirror because he's feeling sad. Leo's just going to eat. Oh, I think... Is Grim coming? Oh no, he's going downstairs. Why are you going downstairs? Oh, Bentley. Look how sad Bentley is. Even Bentley knows. He's sadly meowing. He hasn't left Alfonso's side yet. Oh. Okay, Daniel's actually woken up, and I think he's still a bit too young to understand, but the guys have come in to kind of talk to him. And I think they're just going to try to explain... Oh, they've all come in now. I think they're all just going to try to explain to him about what's happened, and that they're not going to be seeing he's not going to be seeing his granddad again. They're just distracting him with some cards and stuff while these two kind of muster up the courage to really tell him what's happened. I don't think this is the appropriate music. We're turning that off. But yeah. Oh, Grim's here now. I think he's going to carry out the reaping, and this is going to be it. You can like plead and like try and get a bit of extra time, but Alfonso actually ended up having a really nice final day. I think if this had happened a bit earlier, I hadn't done all that the goodbye stuff and everything, I think I would have been like a bit more willing to maybe try and plead to give Alfonso a few extra days, but everyone's so, so sad now. And that is it for Alfonso's story, unfortunately. Bentley still hasn't left Alfonso's side. Willow's come in just to kind of be there with her dad until the very, very end. Rocco's come to support her and be there for his father-in-law as well, because it's going to be a bit of a mourning period now. And you know, I think you can be ready for it. You can be ready to lose someone this close to you in your family, but you're never truly ready for it until you actually go through it. But he'd want them to kind of be happy and move on eventually, and once their mourning period is over, he hopes they can still lead some really happy lives, and at least they all know how proud he was of them and how much he loved them, and I think he knew how much they all loved him as well. And there we go, guys. Oh, that's Alfonso gone. Oh, it's an alien urn. I've never had an alien sim before, really, so I haven't had one die. Rocco, I don't know. I think you need to take a day off work, because this is a big thing that's happened, but Alfonso's gone, guys. That's it. He was ready. He was definitely ready. He had those signs from Supriya trying to call him as well. I think she was kind of calling him back to her. And yeah, that is it. This is Alfonso. We are actually going to move him outside. We're going to give him a proper tombstone outside. Okay, so, Leo, you can take a day off as well. But yeah, this is Alfonso. We've kind of put him outside. He's next to Mayor Whiskers over there. He want to be buried underneath this tree and near to his first pet. And these are the first two characters in our series, guys. It's so weird to see this bottom bit here. And there'd be no Alfonso. But Rocco volunteered to put the grave outside. And kind of bury him there, while the others kind of stay inside to mourn. Willow's actually fallen asleep just here, and then I don't know why the Grim Reaper's still here, but she just passed out on the bed really. I think she just cried herself to sleep, didn't even get under the covers or anything. Stop evil laughing. Leo has not moved from the room where his dad died. He's just kind of, I think he wants to stay a bit closer to his dad. Jay's just kind of giving himself a pep talk in the mirror. I think Daniel's still okay at the minute. They did try and talk things through with him, but I don't think he doesn't really understand yet. He's a bit young still. And even Bentley is feeling sad. You can see his character thing at the bottom here is blue, which means he's sad. So he's just kind of sat in here and quiet. I think he's giving everyone their space and just probably mourning himself as well. But obviously he's still need to look after Daniel and try and be happy for him, but you know, he's trying to be excited there looking. Bentley turned away because I don't think he's really in the mood right now. We even have this to clean and everything. I think Jay's going to want to keep himself a bit busy. Oh, he's going to cry himself to sleep. I think Rocco is checking on Daniel, and then I think he'd offer to clean that up. Actually, you can do a bit of magic. You can use Scrubberoo on that to clean that up. I think he actually feels quite guilty that he never learned the spell to bring people back from den time or to like summon ghosts or anything. I think that is a thing spellcasters can do. I think he feels a bit guilty that he can't do that. Because, you know, he's been so distracted by work and having a kid and everything, he hasn't really had as much time to train his magic and everything. I think he kind of feels bad about that, but I think Rocco, because he's not like the blood relative, he'll want to keep strong for everyone. He's going to do like a lot of the cleaning and the cooking and everything going forward for a little while. Because, you know, these guys are going to be very, very sad for the next couple of days. And they're taking days off work and everything. But, yeah, look at him. I'm sorry, Leo. How about you at least get changed, you know? Maybe give Charlotte a call, tell her what's happened. I don't know if she's going to want to come over. It might be a bit much for Jay or anything to like see anyone else right now. But get changed and give her a call and tell her what's gone on. Jay's gone to mourn Alfonso. Oh God. Oh Jay, I'm sorry, buddy. You will see him again soon, I promise. But for now, we have to be sad, and it is a sad occasion because Alfonso is no longer with us. But he's with Mayor Whiskers again. He's with Supriya. He's with Don, and he'll be watching and looking down on you all, very, very happily and proudly and lovingly. Even if it is very, very sad that he's no longer with us. You know, our original character created for this Let's Play. Yeah, now he's sad from being a widower as well, and from mourning at the grave. It's weird seeing Alfonso as like a little ghost icon. There he is, look. Deceased spouse. Few things are sadder than when spouses are separated by death. But yeah, Jay's just spending a bit of time grieving outside. Even Bentley's come to kind of support him. And I think what we're actually going to do, Jay's going to engrave the epitaph on Alfonso's grave. Can't wait to see you. I don't think so. We'll think of something better than that. The epitaph says, "The most human of aliens, we will love and miss you always." And guys, that's it for Alfonso Sheets. I was not expecting this to happen this early in the episode. But God, that's really sad. Yeah, Rocco's going to start cooking for people, I think, even though, he's feeling quite sad too and everything. Of course, it's never going to be easy. Even if he wasn't a blood relative, he's still very close to Alfonso, so I think he's just going to cook for everyone. I think when I started cooking by the looks of it, she just picked this up, and she just couldn't bring herself to do it. He's just consoling her about Alfonso passing, obviously. And yeah, very, very sad, but I was actually kind of cheered up. Rocco there. And I think they might have just been reminiscing about like a funny memory of Alfonso, and that made him like laugh temporarily, because I'm sure the sadness will hit him again. Leo, I think he's talked to Charlotte now. I don't think she's going to come over, because that might be a bit much right now for anyone outside the family to just come and invade their space whilst they're mourning. But yeah, there's Jay. I think he's coming back into the house. Leo's going to go check on Daniel again, just make sure he's okay. And then I think... oh! Well, that certainly brings a bit of levity to the episode. You know what? People grieve in mysterious ways. If they need to feel something other than grief, we'll go with that. That's what I'm going to say that is, instead of just nonsense. But there we go. There's Leo kind of checking on Daniel. And yeah, just ignore the laughing. The laughing during the woohooing is not canon. It's a sad woohoo. And where is Jay now? Oh, Jay's just stood by the bed. That's so sad. You can nap in a minute. I think what we need is for your son to come and comfort you, because my heart is breaking for all of you. So there we go. Leo's just kind of comforting Jay and saying, we'll get through it together. It was his time. He was ready. He was at peace in the end. But we will get through it, as sad as it is. He's just going to say, we're going to be there for you for everything you need, Dad, and it is going to be okay. And yeah, it's never going to be the same again, and we're going to miss him, but we can celebrate him too, and it doesn't have to be all sad. Jay's kind of broken down a bit, I think. They just come to sit on the bed and they're just talking and reminiscing. I think they're trying to remember some more happy memories of Alfonso. Maybe talk about, the memorial arrangement, stuff like that. I think they're talking about, who else should we call, really? Not many people who were really close to Alfonso are still alive. I think Cleo's kind of saying, I'll give Evie a call, see Priya's daughter, who's obviously still alive, and let him know that Alfonso's gone. Maybe they can get her around for like a memorial or something a bit later on, when they've kind of had a bit of time to process and grieve, because obviously this is literally the morning after Alfonso passed away, or the morning of, really. Actually, it's a lot later in the day now. So it's been about 12 hours since Alfonso's passed away. And yeah, it's crazy how one person's gone, everyone's upstairs, stuff like that. The house just feels and looks so quiet, It's kind of crazy. It's just because Alfonso's gone, but he was very much the heart of this series for so long, and the heart of this family, so it's going to be strange to see what's going to happen without him now, and what this family's going to do next, what the next move's going to be. Obviously it's such a sad situation, but they will get through it together. They are going to mourn and get past it, because Alfonso would kill them if they didn't, and they're not going to let themselves become consumed by sadness, because that's not what Alfonso would have wanted. But yeah, it does feel very quiet in this house, and that's just because we're one person down, but what a person to lose, That's really, really very sad that we've lost Alfonso today, but that is the way of life, and even if he's an alien, he still did the most human thing of all, which is to die. And that's an experience he probably would have wanted. But yeah, the house suddenly feels a lot more sad and solemn and quiet. Even the rocket next to him is like the reminder of what we've lost. Even the lamps don't seem to be glowing like in the same colour they normally would. And it's not snowing today, because there doesn't seem like much to celebrate in snow for. And yeah, it's literally like 5 PM and Brunton Bay is so quiet. I feel like the whole town just knows. I think they just know that, you know, Alfonso's gone and all is silent and quiet there. It almost feels like all of Brindleton Bay's in mourning, in a very weird way, because there's hardly any lights on or anything. It's just sad and quiet, and yeah, the quietness of grief, I suppose. But I think that's a testament to who Alfonso was. You know, it feels like the soul of Brindleton Bay has kind of been torn away. Oh, there we go, we have some lights coming on now. I actually think that might be Alfonso kind of arriving in wherever he's gone to next. He's like, guys, you need to stop being sad. And just like that, all the lights have come on. That's actually very good timing. Thank you, Alfonso. You helped me tell that story a bit there. So even when he's gone, he's kind of, I think he put the lights on in Brindleton Bay when they were feeling a bit too sad to light up. I think Alfonso kind of did it for them, because that's the kind of person he was. And yeah, Brindleton Bay is very much in mourning, particularly obviously in this household where he spent a lot of his life. Not like his first house by any means, but still. That was the story of Alfonso Sheets, and Jay's just going to sleep on the couch. I don't think he's going to want to sleep in the bed that he shared with Alfonso for years and years, just yet. You know, need to work up to that. Everyone's really tired. Rocco's absolutely shattered, so's Leo, but he's still kind of doing some cleaning and stuff. Daniel, I think they're trying to keep him occupied. He's still, you know, he's not going to understand for probably years to come exactly what's really happened. But yeah, everyone's just really, really sad and a bit broken, but they will get through it. He's trying to, yeah, he's going to, Leo's probably playing with him to kind of keep himself occupied as well as Daniel. And Charlotte's kind of, I think she's like, oh, should we head out to dinner so you can get out of the house for a bit? But I don't think he's going to want to do that just yet. I think they just need a bit of time. And, oh god, it started snowing, guys. Oh wow, thanks Alfonso. He brought the lights back to Brindleton Bay, and he brought the snow back to Brindleton Bay as well. That's kind of crazy. Even though Alfonso died, I think he suddenly brought all the life back to Brindleton Bay. He's like, guys, it's fine. You know, I was ready. This is my time. It was time to go. And I think we actually are going to leave it there for this episode. I wasn't expecting Alfonso to leave us quite so soon in the episode. I was supposed to do like birthdays and all sorts, because it's barely been like a day of me playing. It's still another 2 days until the twins' birthday. So that'll probably be for the next episode, if there isn't, you know, even if they're in much of a mood to celebrate. But yeah, Brindleton Bay had a bit of silence for Alfonso, but I think he brought back the snow and the lights. Even in the morning, will still be going on for a while yet. Because Jay has lost the love of his life. Oh yeah, we need to look after Daniel as well. I think he's starting to get the picture. Jay lost the love of his life. Willow and Leo lost one of their dads. Bentley lost his owner, the one who adopted him. Rocco's lost his father-in-law and a good friend. But he got a really nice last day with them. And I'm really glad that happened. And he was ready. And that is just how it's going to be. Charlotte does want to come over to hang out. She's probably going to want to be there for him. You know what, I'm going to let it happen, but I think I'll just keep it in, like, they'll just stay in Leo's room or something and talk. Although Jay is asleep, so it's probably fine. And yeah, he's woken up to a life without his husband. What's going to happen next, we don't know, but oh, I'm sorry, Jay, it's going to be okay. He still has a lot of family who can support him. And yeah, Alfonso may be gone, but I think maybe he's still quite close by, you know. And yeah, he's home. I think wherever he is, he's happy, he's home. He knows everyone he loves is going to be okay. And Brindleton Bay even briefly mourned him, but I think he didn't want them to mourn him for too long, so he made the place full of life again. And that was the kind of guy he was. That's why he was the heart and soul of this series. And now we need to find a way to move on without him. And it's going to be weird to do an episode without him around, but we are going to end the episode there. Very sombre occasion. And yeah, that's kind of it for Alfonso. Stick around after I've kind of wrapped up here. I think I'm going to put a little something together. But goodbye, Alfonso. Thanks for an amazing 8 months. Thank you for telling a fantastic story with me. And I'm going to miss playing as him. I'm going to miss him a lot, but the story is going to go on because Alfonso would want it to. So yeah, Alfonso is probably somewhere very, very high in the sky, maybe even all the way back to Sixham. But you did good, buddy. You did really, really good. So yeah, until next time, thanks for watching.